in Cannes there's like 0.000 something percent, and then winning the Palme d'Or, there's better chances of winning like the one of the major lotteries in the US. So congratulations on first getting I'm Glad You Are Dead Now into the competition, but also winning the prize of all prizes. Just out of curiosity, did you look back at the former winners of that prize and just trying to understand the magnitude on paper?
Absolutely not. In general, I didn't really know it was possible to sort of be in Cannes. I knew it was a possibility in some way. You know, I know it's very, very difficult, but I sort of thought maybe that will happen. But winning, definitely not. And I know sometimes like that's a sort of a human trait, is to try to look back at things and try to figure out the way or the formula of, I think it would have been a sorry production if I had done that, because you start to sort of copy or try to do the same thing in a different way. But no, for me it's just I wanted to do a film for the longest time, and it took me about 7 years to try to understand how to write a short film, you know.
And this is what I tell everybody. I think it's much harder to make a short film that resonates than a feature film. Getting it right in, I think you allocated 7 minutes of storytelling here, maybe even less.
Yeah.
I think it's much harder to get something that's precise. It's
It's really, really hard. It's really, really hard to write something short. I mean, I'm talking about a real short film, because you can sort of do an event or something like this, or. But for me, in 2017, because I got into acting because I wanted to direct. In 2017, I was like, okay, if I want to direct, I need to write. I need to write my own thing. No one will give me, and it will be much better because it's my thing. And I started writing a feature, and then I started to understand that, like, oh well, I'm not going to be able to do a feature. The idea was like, I write a feature because no one watches short films. I didn't know about Cannes and all these places that they actually, you know, support short films, and it's a step, you know. But it took me a long time to understand how to write a short film. Every time I tried to write a short film, it ended up being 30 pages, 40 pages, because it's easier to sort of, don't get me wrong, writing a feature film is hard, but it's easier to get into a world. You have a full world to play with. And if you sort of experiment a bit and, you know, start to play around, you can come up with something that resonates, that plays. Short, it's really difficult. I think it's, for me, it's once in a lifetime. I don't think, once I wrote this short film, I knew that it will be very hard for me to write another one, you know? So I was like, this is the one. It has to be.
No, every second is weighted.
Yeah. Every second of it, every nuance in it is very important.
If I remember correctly, it might have been during the ceremony when you actually won the award, or during the press conference where you mentioned that I wasn't meant to be an actor.
Yeah.
So your School of Cinema, in a way, it's on, you know, and I'm referencing 3 recent features here. There's Tarik Saleh's, I mean, I still call it Boy from Heaven, but it's Cairo Conspiracy to some regions. The First Omen, which I haven't seen, but what I find interesting is that you worked with, I believe, a first-time filmmaker.
Yeah.
And that's really a crazy thing when you think about a first-time filmmaker being put into a studio space.
Yeah.
And then you have the excellent Jonathan Millet film, Ghost Trail. I wanted to talk about the last 3 projects, excluding Malick, to discuss, you know, like, it's one thing to go into a production and then the whole tapestry, the whole philosophy changes, where this person had to leave the country and then start up production there. So what did those 3 back-to-back experiences sort of like inform you about making something on the small form?
Yeah, I think working with Tarik is, it's the most prominent thing that sort of propelled me in a way. to finally take that leap.
Mm-hmm.
And I did say I wasn't meant to be an actor, and I meant it. You know, it's because I wasn't meant to be. But it was the best way to sort of learn. I dreamt of going to film school, and then I ended up somehow sort of going, if I do auditions, if I get myself in the door, I can be on set and look around and see how they're doing things. And then you work with people like Tarik.
Mm-hmm.
That also is a thing that comes once in a lifetime. It's and you sort of like, I know it's back-to-back films, but also they're so vastly different from each other. And with Tarik, it was amazing because it was someone that sort of I understood him, he understood me. It was really sort of early on that he realized, I didn't hire an actor, I hired a filmmaker. So we would be in a meeting for casting the smaller roles,
Mm-hmm.
and they would show us actors take by take. And then by the end of the meeting, I started saying the things, and he just stopped talking. I looked at him, and he was like, "Oh no, but you're already saying exactly what I'm thinking. So why am I here? You take care of this, man. I'm out of here. I need to deal with other stuff. You cast this thing." So I would help him with casting, and it was amazing. And I would help him with other stuff, and that was amazing because he realized that we can do that together. That this guy, because a lot of directors, they would get really stressed out. They'd go, no, you're the actor, you take care of your
Of course.
job, and please don't do other stuff. And they don't let you get into any other things. But with Tarik, he sort of was very, very free with me, and I would be in every meeting, would do other stuff, and
Wow.
and go talk to the ADs to change that thing, and I think that actor should try this thing and do that thing. And it was great. It was really, really good. And we would have constant conversation about filmmaking and how we do things, and sort of not in a way of like sort of the technical stuff. It's not that. It's much broader conversations that we had together that sort of propelled me. And gave me confidence, I think, a lot of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And that came after Terrence Malick, so it was already like, I was already there, you know. And then you do Disney. It's a very, very different thing. It's you're in a studio with a first-time director, which, by the way, is amazing. But it's a different game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different beast. It's in that doesn't work for all Hollywood films, but for films that sort of shot in a studio and stuff, it's a different way of doing a film. They're looking at it as we're not doing the film right now. We are, but we're mainly gonna do it in the edit. And for an actor, it's very confusing because you sort of go, okay, so there's 3-4 cameras, and they're taking every side of the thing, and then later they decide. And so for me,
There's limitations there. It's contained.
Yeah, because I mean, as a director, you take hard choices. You sort of say, okay, I'm going to put the camera here, and I'm going to have them do that thing from here, and then I'm going to move on to something else. But mainly because you don't have the privilege to go, and this is amazing. I'm so glad we don't have the privilege to do that. Because if you have endless resources, you go, but I'm gonna take the scene, and then from here, and then from here, and then you start playing in the edit. You're making the film more in the edit. It's a different way of doing things. But when you're decisive, when you're limited, you have to take hard choices. And when you take those hard choices wisely, and also luck plays in it, it's amazing.
The payoff creatively is just much more there.
Yeah.
You need the sense of risk to attain certain creative objectives that you didn't realize that might be there.
Yeah.
Eating half a lemon can relate to themes of clarity, resilience, in the face of bitterness and purification. what was the nucleus of sort of like exploring shared grief or shared trauma in such a very peculiar way that I haven't really seen in cinema. And I've been doing this for a long time now.
I wish I had like sort of a clear answer for this, but for me, it's, I mentioned that I was trying to sort of, for me, like the last 6-7 years, it was the time where I learned how to write. And I learned how to write by just writing. And I didn't sort of sit beforehand and sort of like plan the thing. Because there's something about like what comes into play, that spontaneous thing, that really is the magic moment for me. So I tried to do it because I know it from acting. I knew that if I just arrive to set, I don't have a pre-plan of how am I going to do the scene. I might have an idea, but I just jump into it and something happens and you surprise yourself and you have no idea. So I try to do that, the same thing with writing. I start with an idea in my head and I try not to sort of verbalize it too much in my head, sort of, so, oh yeah, and then there's the shared trauma and then I'm going to use the lemon to do this. And I just know these elements are there and I just sort of start to write and whatever happens, and I was just,
I get a sense from just our conversation that it was very much cinema that's addition through subtraction, meaning the more you cut down the elements, the more deeper you get into the mentality or the lens of the psychology of the situation of the character. I love the title, and it's hard to come up with a title that resonates, and I think there's depth to the title. So I'm just curious as to that choice
of the title. Yeah, I think
because it resonates when you read that title. When I saw all the films that were selected for the competition, it sticks out. And then there's like, sometimes you look at a movie poster and a picture paints you can get 1,000 words out of just a simple picture, and I think there's a lot to say about a great title.
I think I think Screen Daily, they said that I created the title to provoke. I didn't. No, it's not the idea to provoke, but there's something about this film. The film is very. I don't. When I write, I try not to. I don't like exposition. I really don't like it. For me, a film is a medium where I tell a story through images, and there's this thing that's called dialogue. And dialogue is beautiful, as sort of like the salt and pepper, sort of. And so I wrote that script in that way, and it was amazing because I didn't have anyone that controlled me. It's my thing, and I know it's going to be much harder in the future, but here I had that, and I had full control to not do exposition. Then the title comes in. The title helps you sort of with the film, because if the film was called My Older Brother or My Brother That Wasn't There or something like this, it's beautiful. But the title, for me, it's part of the film. It's what makes you helps you get into the story. It's and I was really happy about managing to do that.
I like the fact. I mean, for me, it's like there's a bitterness aspect to it. There's actual human emotions that you can attach to that. I quite like how the reflection about time. So we're talking about a person that's aged, that's no longer with us. You're talking about a shared history, but I love the fact that you contain it apart from an introductory nocturnal shot. I love the fact that it feels as if it's one moment. It feels as if honestly it's like less than 10 minutes. I imagine the shoot was a couple of days.
2 hours.
Wow.
No, because we didn't have time. It was because we shot without permits. And we shot dusk for dawn. For dawn. And we had 45 minutes every day, so it was It was sort of just running, like I'm just gonna have to do it.
Run and gun.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do it, you know.
I'll end with a paired questions. You worked with Terrence Malick. I would just love to get a sense of not what you did on set. Like we'll see it when we see it. How is?
Are we gonna see it?
We're gonna see it maybe at some point.
I don't know if I'm in it.
He could take us. Oh, that's the fun part. That's the Russian roulette of being on a Malick film. But you know, you made the point of thanking Tarik in your end credits. You made a point of thanking Terrence. I don't think it's because you liked him or worked with him. I think he probably brought something, an extra pair of eyes to the project. I don't know, but what is that relationship to you, and how did? What did you get out of spending creative time on set? And from what I hear, from what I know, he's a very nice person as well.
Yeah.
So just that experience.
I mean, for me, you know, a lot of people have different experiences on every movie, but there's something that happened with Terrence, is that I was supposed to be on the film for 3 days. And I got a call from my agent saying, you're going to be, congratulations, 3 days on Terrence. And I said no right away. I said no. And he thought I was crazy. But for me, so I'm not going to do a film with Terrence Malick for 3 days. I've done already Jesus movies. I'm not doing another one for 3 days. He ended up calling me and saying, what's your problem? And that's how it started, the relationship. What's your problem, Tawfeek? And then I explained, I'm like, I'm a filmmaker. I'm not an actor. And he didn't understand exactly what I'm talking about. He just wanted Tawfeek to come on the set. So, okay, you want longer time? You're going to stay with us the whole time. This is, okay, I'm coming. And this was the man that was shooting his last scene. There's a lot of stuff that happened there that he would give me actors to go to help and do shots. And I did crazy stuff there. But the one thing that this relationship helped me with is that up until then, people saw me, and I understand that. People in the industry see you as an actor, you're an actor, you're boxed. Tawfeek, stay in your lane, do your thing, stop with this thing. And he, in his last scene, the last moment, when we were shooting his last scene, he would say cut, and he would look at me, and he would go, Tawfeek, you have to make your own film, you know. And then he would send me a letter of recommendation. That's someone that changed the trajectory for me. Sort of like, it was from a dream of mine since a child to I can actually do that. That happened with Terrence Malick.
Something palpable, something that you can feel, tangible. Well, I just with the little snippet of what we saw behind the camera and your skill set, and this film that you made, I believe, is in contention for. It's part of the big wide field of potential Oscar films in the short film category. So anyway, I'm gonna wish you a lovely film festival life and trajectory with this film, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with a little bit more time and budget and space and
I'm on it. We're shooting next year.
Great. So I'm looking forward to seeing your name in the trades in that regard. So congratulations on the short, and shukran.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, this is Eric from IONCINEMA.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.